There we go. Should be live. Should be green. Nice. Make a Christmas tree. So I saw this tutorial online, and I thought I could quickly make this. It won't be exactly the same, but I'll try to get it similar, and I'll do it all inside Ventuz. And let me see, I need to hide some of these overlay graphics that I've got on screen right now, so hide that so you can see better. We don't need the chat box on here, we don't need the tick on here. Okay, that should do it for now. Cool. So create a new scene, empty scene. Start off this. So you got this spiral ribbon in Cinema 4D. They create this spiral using a spline. So you could do that yourself. The same thing. You could do that the same in Cinema 4D and then import it into Ventuz if you want it. Or you could create that spline in, like, say, Illustrator, or any other application that you use or prefer. I'm going to stick with just this. There's a default spiral inside Ventuz. When you apply what's it, an arrow path. It's already got like a spiral that I can kind of use. It doesn't look exactly the same, but it's kind of there. No, yeah, well, similar. Let's say this is a 90. Cool. So you can change some of the settings on here. So you can change your tube settings on the profile. You can just change the diameter, the bezel size, height. You can say we'll want a rounded edge. You can tweak it. So you just 15 minutes. Oh, and then I'll play a game. About 15 minutes. Just finishing. So we can use this. So if I apply a material, so say I want to make that shiny glossy red. So let's get the glossy red. So we go into, let's get material. So just drop a color in there, like that. Make it red. Boom. You can go in here, texture, base, and you can load a texture on. So I'm just going to use this as a glossy texture. It's just like a HDRI snapshot I took from online. You can find different images. Then change the mapping to 3D mapping spherical, and change the scaling. There we go. It looks a bit dark, so if I go here to the color and change the operations, if I tweak these, we screen and then knock down the amount like 50%. So if we go here to the arrow properties, what we can do, we've got the length. Now I haven't figured out with the arrow tool if you can reverse the spline path, because this only goes from 0 to 100, but it's doing it from this way. I haven't found any options anyway. There might be an option to reverse the direction of the length. So if you want to, I'm sure there would be an option, but since I can't find it, what I'll do is just add the material to the arrow again, and go here, texture, base, and I'll load in. Let's go to project, and I'll just load in like a white texture that I've created before. that has sort of mask that I can wipe on. So I can use, let's say this, or let's use this one, this texture. So I'm going to use this. We used it in previous videos. And if I go into the UV mapping of that texture, hey, make sure it's on texture base alpha. And then if I go into 2D mapping UV0, and not the X. Okay, now look at the Y. And see what we're going to do. So I'm going to just scale the Y up. That fills the whole thing, and then we can animate this. Or we could actually animate. Oh, that's doing it the other way. We want it that way. Let me reverse that. There we go. And just make this slightly bigger. Slightly bigger. Let's say 2 on that. Or maybe 2. That'll do. Maybe I need a better texture because that mask. So let me try. I'm gonna try a different texture. Let's try this one. This one will probably give us better result. And the X, yeah, gives us better result. We've got some kind of weird artifact thing going on here. I can fix that. Oh. Yeah. Okay. So I'm just gonna get a keyframe animation. And I'm gonna keyframe this UV mapping of the position Y. I'm sure there's other ways to do it, but I'm just doing this one really short tutorial. Quick one with all in here. Okay. So that tree's kind of grown. Like that. Boom. Hit play. Too fast, you can always change it. Let's go in seconds. Say, okay, 1.5. There we go. You can play around with the timings. Now the path where they had the balls and they kind of follow the path, we can use the particles. So I'm going to get another axis. I'll parent it to this. And I'll use particle system. And in the particle system, we're going to use a path. So we're going to use this path. So what I could do is just click on the path. And you see where it says path loader. So if you have it minimized, like, or collapsed, it shouldn't be collapsed, but you can just open it up. I want to shift and select the arrow, so I have these two in the content window. Go to my particles, go to file, where the path loader, drop, oh, wrong one, sorry. On the particles, take the file and then drop it onto the arrow. And I believe it's this one, source. Let's see, and then auto update, add mesh. There we go. Then change that mesh to a sphere, and you can see we have too many spheres. So if you go here onto your path, you can reduce the particle count. Bring that down. And run a few. That'll do. About 56 for here for this. But yeah, you can tweak those. Now we don't want it to look like this. We want it random, but to also follow the path, the spline. So we need to add a few things. First, I'm going to scale down this sphere to like 0.3. Paste that in. Maybe it's it 0.3. Yeah, or maybe 0.4. Yeah, 0.4. I'll go for 0.4. Yeah, for the sphere size. We'll randomize the size as well. Actually, we can do that now. So we could go in here and we can just go remap. Make sure it's after the sphere. Change this to random. And it's already done the color. We're going to do the same anyway with the color. We're going to randomize the color. But we're going to just change that to size for now. And then here you can randomize the size. Believe. Change the seeds. There we go. So if I hide the arrow, so I'll temporarily block that. You can see we've got random sizes. The minimum, you don't want, maybe the minimum we don't want 0, but there we go. Doesn't look very random. Let's see what happens if I change some of this. No, uniform, we want it to scale, like the scale rather than the... What happens on these? Anything? Does this do anything? Fine. Yeah, linear. Just leave it as linear. We kind of got some randomness anyway going on. I'll turn the arrow back on. So right now it's all clipping into the arrow. So we want to give it some space. So we're going to add noise. And we're going to just push that in front, just after the spline. And go into the noise. Change some of these scalings. There we go. Play around with that. That looks a bit more random. Oh, change the scale. There we go. Okay, so how are we going to make this follow? So if we go into the spline, into the particles, and then go on the path, in the path option, you got this thing called mid. And drag to this one. There we go, extend. So reset that. There. I think the noise makes it jump too much. See what happens. Back to the path. And I messed something up. What did I mess up on here? Oh, don't tick absolute whether. What's freed? What's that mean? Freed. I don't know what that means, freed. I don't know. But we'll see what happens with it. Anyway, yeah, it's kind of doing it. Kind of growing. Okay, so 1, that's set to 1, and then this kind of grows up. Kind of. Anyway, play around with that after. So, guys, click here, add another remap. I'm sure someone else can do this much better, but I'm just rushing. I need to rush this. Remap. I'm going to change this to random again. Random. There's random. I can't see random. It's doing color and alpha, but we just want color. There we go. You can change your seeds if you want. Are you happy with the, the look of it? You can also go in here and I believe you can add, there is it on the sphere itself. You can add the material to that. And we can add, say that, like a gloss overlay on that as a texture. I'll just go for, what happens if I use this one? What would that look like? UV mapping, 3D, spherical. I'll just try different textures. Kind of looks cool. Let's go along. I'm going to turn that to wrap. And of course you can reduce that. Change the lighting model if you want. Form. And then play around with the specular. That kind of looks. Ambient, what happens on ambient? I think emissive. Yeah, this is emission. Emission looks more plasticky, cartoony plastic. Okay, I'm gonna keyframe this anyway. I'm gonna quickly rush through. So I'm gonna animate this mid value. I'm gonna animate that. So here start and here. Oh, okay. Yeah, that looks. Okay. What happens if I add on oscillator? Would that go mental or something? I don't know if it will go start going bouncing like mad or. That is way too fast, but. I don't know how you slow that down. There's that jitter or. Just need to play around with these particles more. I think something to do with and the particle. What's that do? My part. If I was to take that fall off to zero, what would that look like anyway? Very jittery. I don't know what that jitter is. I don't think it is the noise. I think it's this path. This something to do with this. I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, got this. Tree grows. Kind of cheap version of what we saw. I'm sure they can do a better version of it, but put that right to the side. You can get your 2D text, 2D, block text. Put your message here. Okay. Merry Christmas. Hope I spelled it right. Let's go for the nice form. There. Different colour to that. Solid colour. For black, I'm gonna add a 2D layer gradient. Drop it in the background. Edit this gradient. Or I could just use a preset. Or something like this. And then just tweak the gradient a little. Go. Into this layer, I'm gonna adjust the font spacing on the line spacing on there. Oh, that's right. Happy holiday. Yeah, that's too quick. I'll have to play around with this more to figure it out. What's this? If I reduce this, what would happen? Oh, 50. Yeah, I'll need to play around. What happens now? Okay, I disabled. If I was to control that, I just want to see how smooth. Well, that's smoother, so it's the noise. So maybe, and I'll do something else instead of noise. Acceleration, refs. What's curl noise? Curl noise. Let's see what happens. Does that do anything? Oh, only in a simulated loop. Sorry, I can't use that here. I'm spending longer than I need to be. If I did remap again, another remap, but I said, so I say random position. Oh, let's see how that looks. And that's just doing it random in thing, but it doesn't look too bad. I think I'm doing it in the x-axis, but if I say that's too much in every direction. Z X doesn't look too bad, to be honest. Look like kind of like that. Smoother than that jittering thing. And then I can also do is at the start here, I don't want to see those, so I'll just block it. Key the block. Okay, block. So, I don't like the start button. That'll do. It's not the best, but hey, you can add additional lighting if you wanted. You can, light that up. Can I add group? That in. Go in the. Why doesn't when you drop it on the group? It doesn't. You have to drop it in the. Like that. Add effect. Invert fuzziness, radius. Depends if I do the gamma. There we go. Some glare. Too much. Maybe not on there. Maybe we just do bloom on here. Just the fuzziness on this. Anyway, I'm going to end it here. This might have not been useful. I mean, I can even do text effects quickly. Alpha. Do that as well. Happy holidays. And then you got all the presets in here. It can be random. And change the seed. Is this a random seed? Wait. What happened to the Sun Shadow one? Would it miss it out? I don't know. But I guess hard to see. Anyway, let's end the stream here. Thank you for watching. Hopefully, I'll catch you later.